a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Annabeth and I were relaxing on the great lawn in Central Park when she ambushed me with a question. You forgot, didn't you? I went into red alert mode. It's easy to panic when you're a new boyfriend. Sure, I'd fought monsters with Annabeth for years. Together, we'd faced the wrath of the gods. We'd battled titans and calmly faced death a dozen times. But now that we were dating, one frown from her and I freaked. I mentally reviewed the picnic list. Comfy blanket? Check. Annabeth's favorite pizza with extra olives? Check. Chocolate toffee from La Maison du Chocolat? Check. Chilled sparkling water with a twist of lemon? Check. Weapons in case of sudden Greek mythological apocalypse? Check. So what had I forgotten?
Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent!
Hello, I'm Ray from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13. Bro, don't you just, love Percy and Annabeth? Are they, the cutest couple? Don't you just love how in love Percy is with his girlfriend?
I mean, yes.
It's beautiful.
Rick said, I will finally give you some crumbs, some content, in a short stories collection.
In a short story that who knows how many people actually read, so...
Oh, well. I mean, I've never read it before, so pretty good for me. I didn't even have to steal a PDF from archive.org, which is what I've been doing, because I just realized that I can fucking get these from Libby at my local library. Support your local library, folks. I literally forgot that I had an app for that.
Wow.
So this is my public service announcement to use your local library, and also that the Libby app exists and lets you use your local library from your phone.
All right.
Yeah.
Good shit.
So that's how I got access to this story this time.
Amazing. We're here to talk about Percabeth and also George and Martha. This is just the shipping, right? This is just the shipping short story. We got the ship content, we got the snakes, we got the demigods. That's it.
We got foreshadowing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We're not gonna get there for a while, so y'all are gonna forget about it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, you want me to tell you about Percy Jackson and the Staff of Hermes?
Please tell me about Percy Jackson and the Staff of Hermes.
I keep thinking it's the Staff of Charon for some reason. Is that similar to a different story's name? That's
Charon?
Yeah. Is there a title with Charon in it? I don't know. That's all that my brain would give me before. Okay, well, unrelated. I don't know why I'm so confused. Okay. So
are you thinking because Charon in the Hades game is the money guy, and that's what Hermes is like?
I don't think so. No,
I don't know.
I think that it's just that my brain made up a title.
Your brain was here, we have a new idea for a Percy Jackson short story.
Bring back Charon.
Okay. Suit of Charon, excuse you. It's just all about it getting him an Italian suit.
Alright, Annabeth somehow expected her ADHD boyfriend to remember their 1 month anniversary, and apparently romantic picnics do not count. We have to go out for a dinner. But Percy is saved from having to explain himself about all that shit by a very anxious Hermes who fucking lost George and Martha like a monster. Percy and Annabeth have to go get his staff back from a fire-breathing, cattle-stealing giant named Caucus, who is holed up underneath the meatpacking district. Caucus is rebelling against his dad, Hephaestus, by only making and selling really shitty stuff. George and Martha would very much like to be rescued. Percy and Annabeth try for a takedown, but the fire breath and the staff turning things into stone are making that really hard. So Percy calls upon New York sewage to get them out of that whole situation. Caucus activates laser mode and starts doing as much property damage to New York as a Marvel movie. And so Percy and Annabeth lead him into a park, and Annabeth knocks him out with her crane game skills. And then they return the staff just in time and get the reward, which is an anniversary dinner in Paris on Hermes' dime. The end.
Don't we love that they were just like, okay, but give me something as a reward. Like, come on.
There are a lot of
You
gods
owe
that would
me.
not have worked on, but Hermes is kind of Percy's bro, you know?
Like, they're kind of buddies, even if
Mhm.
Hermes and Annabeth now have, like, eternal beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, Hermes and Percy are, like, they're cousins. You know, they're chill.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit.
Hermes should call him Cuz, just like in Hades' game, my beloved.
Seriously. That's what I was thinking about. I was just like, yeah, Hermes would do that, right? Just say, hey, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't actually acknowledge that we're all related like that. Except in the
No.
TV show, we kind of are, so we'll just accept the incestual implications.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't remind the children, like, only now watching the show that, like, there's incest involved. Don't remind them.
Yeah.
It's been
they're gonna
20
figure it
years.
out.
It's been 20 years. We're over this discourse.
We'll never be over the incest discourse. All right. You want to tell me about a weird giant?
I'm gonna tell you about, like, a couple guys, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, in case you missed it.
But
we're gonna talk about that one, like, throwaway line, because I was like, that's not gonna come up again. There's no way that's gonna ever come up again. There's this guy, Battus, who Hermes mentioned. So this guy, his name literally means tongue-tied. Huh, interesting. So, literally, all he does is he witnesses Hermes stealing Apollo's cattle. Like, that one time, remember when Hermes did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
And so Hermes gave him one of the cows on the condition that, you know, he keep the secret. Keep it the secret. Come on. And then Hermes returned, but in disguise, because he's a trickster dude, of course, obviously. And he's like, I will reward you if you tell me the location of the cattle. And then Battus tells disguised Hermes, so he's punished. And this is when he gets turned to stone.
Who would break a promise to a god? How do you get that stupid? Like, anyways.
I want to. Where is this? Like, what is this from? I'm not finding what person. I just want to know what.
Yeah, they're telling us
Mythographer, whoever, what mythology person wrote this down in a thing, and this is like it was in Robert Graves' The Greek Myths, and I'm like, I think it needs to be older than that to be like.
Yes, they're only giving us anthologies, which is very unfortunate.
Where is your reference? I want to know. I mean, the picture here says it's from Ovid.
Yeah, it does appear to be the Metamorphosis.
Because that wouldn't make sense. Okay, yeah. British Museum, Metamorphoses. Okay, good. I mean, he did get turned into shit, so makes sense to me.
Happens.
But I'm like, that's such a short story.
Oh, so that's why this gets brought up. Battus gets brought up, because that's where Rick got the turn into stone thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too, yeah. Because I don't think that happens again. But, I mean, they did already have this other guy with the stealing cattle, maybe. Let's see how that happens. So, how did you pronounce his name?
I said caucus, because,
Caucus? Like he has a big cock?
No, like, what does caucus mean? I forget. The Caucasus Mountains or something. But, they talked about Secaucus in New Jersey, which has a U in it, which made me think that if it rhymes with that, then it would also have the long A sound.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how Secaucus is actually pronounced, so...
Me neither. We could look that up. Town in New Jersey. How do you fucking say that? Secaucus.
Yep.
Secaucus.
So if it rhymes, if it sounds like that, then I'm correct.
We're gonna say that that's how it is, because that's Rick's intention, at least. So
yeah,
that's how Rick thinks it's pronounced. Which, so no, sometimes he can be right. He's just not right about Luke's last name. I will never forgive him.
We might be wrong. I need you to acknowledge this.
No, we can be wrong. I'm just gonna keep saying Castellan.
I mean, true. Sometimes you just gotta stick to your guns.
Because that's how it was learned. And from what I've heard, Rick also pronounces his own last name wrong. Because he says Riordan, but like anyone else with that last name would say Riordan.
My last name has two pronunciations, and one of them is like the original language, and one of them is like the Anglicization, and I can only imagine that we will never agree about that, so sometimes you just gotta accept that there are two pronunciations of something.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's pronunciation is important in certain contexts, but also, like, guys, it's all made up. Like, let's just always remember that language is made the fuck up so we can communicate with each other and not get too bogged down on it. Okay, so Caucus, it says here that his name just means bad, I guess. So that's great.
LOL.
He is a fire-breathing giant and a son of Vulcan.
What?
Because he's in Greek and Roman mythology, but like he lives in Italy, so I would assume that like maybe he was written down by the Romans, and that's why like this is maybe a later myth. Yeah, Plutarch calls him a son of Hephaestus, so like yeah, whatever. Who cares? Killed by Hercules. You guessed it, as always, the McDonald's of ancient Greece. Yeah. So he lives in Italy on the future site of Rome. Fun. He eats human flesh and he nails the heads of victims to the doors of his cave.
Totally normal behavior.
This is a great dude. So
there's an engraving of him here from 1545, and he doesn't look very tall at all. Unless Hercules is also 10 feet tall.
I mean,
is this guy even a giant? Come on now.
I mean, Hercules is always like a giant dude, isn't he? So
maybe they are both 10 feet tall. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's also another one here. There's a statue of both of them, and they both kind of look like the same size. So maybe they're both just giant dudes, and that's why. Or
maybe the people making these literally forgot he was a giant.
True, but remember, they're small giant dudes. They're not like they're only 10 feet tall. They're not like 20.
Ain't no Polyphemus out here.
No, not at all. Okay, so I guess this happens after Hercules does the Geryon thing, and this is in fact saying Hercules, not Heracles, because it's Roman, Italian, Roman. Such. So that's valid. Okay, so he likes cattle. He stole 4 bulls and 4 cows. It doesn't say it's like Apollo's, but I assume Rick was just like, oh yeah, he stole Apollo's to like give him the thing in common with Hermes. Right?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Link things together. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they're the cattle Heracles stole from Geryon.
That's what I was thinking there.
Yeah, that is Apollo's cattle, isn't it? That Geryon is taken care of? Or am I?
I
don't remember.
I know it's sun cattle, but I'm not sure if it's Apollo's. It might be Helios. Whose cattle do you have? Whose cattle?
Are they just regular ass cows, my dude?
Just famed for his cattle. Just says they're red.
Maybe he just has cool cattle. Okay.
Maybe he just has cool cattle. Maybe that's it. But I think Rick already said that those were like the cattle of the sun or something in his story. So maybe that's why he goes with that. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes enough sense. If they're sun cattle, then they are Apollo's cattle by like default. So like, yeah.
Yeah. What is
we're connecting
Apollo
the dots.
and his sun cows? Apollo, why are you obsessed with your sun cows?
Man.
I don't know. His cow sons? Anyway, he steals the cows that Hercules stole. So, Hercules has to go get them back. He's in a cave. There's a big immovable boulder. And what does Hercules have to do to get to him? He has to like try to move this somehow, tear the top of the mountain just to get to him. These are giant bull, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? It's making sense now that he's a fire-breathing giant, because son of Vulcan, god of fire. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
So he's breathing fire at Hercules.
So what's important to me here is, yes, Hercules strangles him. Virgil says in the Aeneid that he gripped his throat so tightly that his eyes popped out and there was no blood left in his throat. And I just... Sorry, that's so like fucking cartoony for me. You know, when like they like grab them and like the eyes pop. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like a shitty meme.
Yeah, and then there's a version of it where Cacus does like the same thing that Hermes did with the cows, makes them walk backwards.
Just
or whatever.
Steals his shit.
Also, I guess he has a sister named Caca. Why Caca and Cacus?
It's yeah.
It doesn't even say if she's like also the daughter of Vulcan, but she's also a giant, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she's related to Vesta? I'm so confused. I have questions about things. Maybe it's just Roman religion shit. Okay. Yeah. That's it. He dead. He died. And hey, look, he's in later literature. What do we got
that's
here?
Very interesting. Oh, the last one is the Demigod Diaries. That's delightful.
Yay.
Fascinating to me that he makes a cameo in the Inferno, the Divine Comedy.
He's a centaur with a fire-breathing dragon on his shoulders.
Oh, Dante.
Snakes on his back.
You sure made up a lot of weird shit.
And he guards over the thieves.
Oh, how fun!
Because he is a thief. That's why.
A reference in Don Quixote. Delightful.
Is this guy important or something? Like,
yeah, so apparently he's just, like, one of the world's most famous thieves. Fucking wild.
I guess so. And, like, okay, the fact that there's a section for in modern languages, because in Spanish, the word caco is a colloquial word for thief.
That's fucking cool.
And
fascinating.
Sometimes also means very cowardly man. Amazing. That's very cool.
Who knew you could make such an impact on culture by stealing some cows?
All he did was steal some cows and get killed by Hercules. It's because he got killed by Hercules.
It sounds like he's, like, more popular than, like, Geryon, who he stole the fucking cows from. Like, wild.
Literally, who hears about Geryon?
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god, I gotta tell you about a thing. I was doing a crossword that was, like, Greek gods, and one of them... So you know how my brain works, and I go like too far detailed into things. One of them was like, is often depicted with multiple heads or bodies, and my brain was just like, oh, it's Geryon.
Mm-hmm.
The answer was Hecate. But it still fit in the spot.
Oh no!
Like, before I had all the other things in there, I was just like, oh, that fits perfectly. It's the same amount of letters. But when I started putting other things, I'm like, oh, wait, this is Greek gods. I did the thing. I messed up.
I'm
Whatever.
so sorry. You did such a good job.
I got lost in the sauce.
I mean, that's who I would have thought of, too. I didn't even know that about Hecate, so...
Yeah, because she's like, goddess of magic, maiden, mother, crone. Like, that's her.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this story. Hey, does the title work? Oh my god.
Fine.
Do we need to do that for the short stories? We haven't done. But I just thought about that. You messed up the title. It made me think of it.
Yeah, the title, perfectly appropriate. Yeah. Good job. That is what it's about. Percy Jackson and the Staff of Hermes.
Yeah. Do you see a cute little, like, picture on yours?
Yes, I do have a cute little picture.
Yeah, you see
of the Hermes Express.
Hermes Express, the hernias are us, right?
That's the best reaction I think Rick has ever had, because it's hernias are us, and then the narrative is just like, wait, sorry, I'm dyslexic. And then he just corrects himself, and I'm like, that's actually the funniest you've ever done that bit. Like,
Like,
just very quickly, just...
amazing. Beautiful. No notes. Okay, so Percy and Annabeth are being super fucking cute. They're having a picnic in Central Park. Do people actually do this? Is this, like...
Charlotte said that Central Park is very beautiful and popular, and she goes and walks there all the time. So, I don't
know. My brain is just like, is this one of those, like, cliche things that, like, you know, people could do, but, like, people don't do?
Oh, like picnics in general?
Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah.
We go on picnics sometimes. We're planning...
not just picnics. I mean, like, a picnic in Central Park or something.
Okay.
You could be like, oh no, it's like too loud or whatever. There's so many people there. Who would ever do that? I don't know. My
impression is that it's nice, and so people probably would do this. I don't know, though.
Well, cool.
I literally know one person who lives in New York, so that's where I'm getting my information from.
That's it. You just know the one person. If they say it's correct, then it's correct. We have everything. Isn't it great that Annabeth likes olives on her pizza because you know her mom, one of her siblings,
I did notice that. I did in fact get that reference.
I just found that so funny. Also, we got, like, special chocolates, sparkling water, weapons.
Why does Annabeth drink sparkling water? Does anybody fucking like sparkling water? Like, for real? It's so nasty to me.
I don't know, man. I barely like the taste of regular water.
I love water. Some cool fucking water. Delicious. Sparkling water, though? I don't know, man. I don't know about all that.
Water has no taste.
It does. It does, though.
If it has a taste, it's usually bad. That's the problem.
Water just has a taste. I don't see how people could think water doesn't taste like anything. It super does.
It tastes like wet.
It tastes like water. It tastes like minerals and deliciousness. And then sometimes it has a bad flavor, and then I don't drink the tap water at that person's house.
Then you get a filter.
Yep, exactly.
So, don't we love how Percy's just, like, the most ADHD guy? I relate to this. He forgot, their anniversary, because, like, he did... Okay, maybe he's also that guy who's just like, I didn't know we had to celebrate that day?
Yes, that is also the impression that you get from him.
I feel like you do have to establish that, like, in the relationship.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are we gonna be those anniversary?
Okay, but Annabeth is telling us that they did establish that, and Percy's like, when would that have happened? I was really distracted when we were, like, making out. Maybe, I don't know. And I was like, Annabeth? Are you gaslighting your boyfriend? And I think, no, she's not, but that was my first impression. I was like...
Gaslight gatekeep, girl boss. Maybe it's just the ADHD is so strong.
I mean, that is some shit I would do. So, like, I don't remember anybody's fucking birthday. They're on my calendar now, though, which helps. Yeah.
Aw, that's very cute. I have a lot of fictional people's birthdays on my calendar. I feel like we've established
Of course
this.
you do. This is also neurodivergency.
It is, in fact, yeah. So it is, in fact, September 18th, exactly a month since Percy's birthday. That's the important day.
And their first kiss.
And
also killing the Titan Kronos. You know, all that stuff.
And also
happen.
killing Luke. It's been
Don't
month
worry about
since
that.
Luke died, guys.
It's one month since Luke.
Let's celebrate Luke's death, everyone.
No. We could be celebrating all kinds of anniversaries, Annabeth. But, so Percy's immediate thought when she brings this up is like, oh my god, I have to remember birthdays, holidays, and an anniversary every month? Are you kidding me? And I was like, damn, that's an ADHD mood.
Yeah, this is why you get a calendar. Get a calendar, my dude. Please do.
Well, they didn't have, like, smartphones back then. He can't just program all that shit in for every year.
He also can't get a smartphone, so...
Oh, yeah, true. Poor demigods.
He needs like just what is a daily planner? That's what it is. My brain was like, what do you call those small little agenda things? A daily
but
planner.
As an ADHD person, keeping track of a planner and remembering to put all that shit in and then actually using it is like so fucking hard. Also,
okay, but Percy's the type of person who it wouldn't work for, or like you would have trouble with it. But Annabeth is the daily planner ADHD person.
Yeah, absolutely. She is bullet journaling.
Absolutely. I want to know why she's still wearing camp stuff if it's September.
It's just her favorite clothes.
I guess it's just her, like, whatever. I just got out of bed.
Does Percy ever describe his own outfit? I don't think so.
No, not until he wears a suit. So, he's just like, wow, my girlfriend is so hot. And then, hey, look, we got mail. The truck is here, and Hermes is here, and he's the not Amazon delivery guy, basically. Don't we love this description? Personal friend, dispenser of heroic quests, and frequent cause of migraine headaches.
I love that Percy and Hermes are just, like, tight.
They're cousins. They get on each other's nerves, but like they're also like bros. So, Okay, so Percy's like, I know there's a quest coming. Hi, what's up? What do you need? And then Hermes and Annabeth are doing their thing. Mm-hmm. They're annoyed at each other.
He keeps calling her girl, like, derogatorily, and I'm like, buddy, cease your activities.
Hey, she's the only girl in this story.
I mean, true. Staff of Hermes does not pass the Bechdel test, unfortunately.
Wait, no, Martha! Martha is also in this story. Do they talk to each other?
But they don't talk to each other, no.
How fucking rude! So much of these stories do not pass the Bechdel test. I guess we have to cancel Rick for that. Okay.
Textual confirmation that Luke had feelings for Annabeth. Hate that. Hate to see it. Remove it from my sight.
Can we just, like, assume that this is Percy being an unreliable narrator, please? Please.
Okay.
I want to assume that's what it is, and Percy, that's how he's taking it. He thinks
we
that
can
Luke
headcanon that, but
this is what I want it to be, and that Luke wasn't actually like
a pedophile.
That. We already know he was fucking creepy with Selena. I don't want to add Annabeth onto it. So, Ray has paused.
I'm trying to, like, think of what you're referring to with that.
Hey, Luke was kind of nice to me. And then, like, I said I'd be a spy for him. Like, he was also predatory to her as well, textually.
Okay.
I don't have my book here to remember, like, the exact lines, but we did talk about it.
Okay. Because I think I remember, like, me not reading it like that, and then you were like, how could you not? And I was like, oh, I guess. Like... Yeah. Like, I didn't, like, pick up on it, even though that does seem to be the implication. Yeah.
Yeah, the implication is that he was using her by being, like, a nice guy and really cute. And, she's just a girl, whatever, she's gonna like him. And then, but he's, like, older, and he's using you. And now he's gonna make you kill your friends because now he's blackmailing you?
Yeah, I mean, he is not... he is not resisting the grooming implications. Like, it's right there. But, I mean...
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's a pedophile. This does, though.
Yeah, this does. The Annabeth stuff is creepier in a different way just because he knew her since she was 7.
Uh-huh.
And he was 14.
Hey, I was thinking about this today. Why didn't Rick just make Luke, like, 2 years older than the main cast? Like, if he was 14 in the first book, then he can still have, like, cool older kid vibes to a 12-year-old. And that makes him being manipulated by Kronos even more, like, tragic and not really his fault. And then he would be 18 when they are 16 on the last book, which is still not great, but it's not pedophilia. See, if I was Rick, and that was where I wanted to go with it all.
The problem with that is that then, when Luke and Annabeth met, he would have been 9.
Yeah, and I can see how that is very different, but it's not, like, a deal breaker for me.
But he couldn't be the jaded teenager
that
he needed to be during the last story. We covered that the last time. Yeah, Diary of Luke Castellan. So, yeah, he needed to be the jaded 14-year-old for that story and not, like, 9.
Yeah, I suppose so. But...
I don't know.
But
no, what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we had done it like that from the beginning, it wouldn't have ended up so fucking creepy.
Yeah, and then, I'm trying to think of how that works with, like, Thalia, because then...
Right, I was trying to remember, like, how old she even was, and, like, because her age gets fucked up, right?
She was 12, and then she ages like half the time. So if you just make her like 2 years older, she could still be 15 because she has to age, what, like 6 years, I think? So
yeah, so just make her age in regular time and she's still the same age as Luke. Yeah, that'd be fine.
We have fixed Percy Jackson, guys. We did it. We made it a little bit less creepy. Okay?
Yeah, that's literally all you had to do. Just don't make him 7 years older than her.
Yeah, regardless, the Selena Luke thing is always going to be bad and creepy because that's just a million red flags.
Yeah, manipulation shit. Yeah.
Luke kind of sucked.
See, the grooming allegations are bothering me because I'm like, Luke wouldn't do that in my brain. But, like, he was, like, actively recruiting. So, like, I don't know. I just don't like it, personally.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've brought you into this because, like, I've heard so many other people talk about it and how, like, yeah, Luke definitely groomed Selena. So
hate that for both of them. Disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today.
It's not at all. Sorry for tangenting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it needed to be said because, yeah, why the fuck did you confirm all of this, Rick, right here? You didn't need to.
Right.
Just delete.
We're talking about the section in which Percy is explaining Hermes and Annabeth's beef, because both of them are like, you should have saved Luke, and, are still mad about it, apparently. Yeah. Even though logically they both kind of know they shouldn't be at the same time.
Anyway, Percy's just like, hey, Annabeth, why don't you go back to the picnic? I'll deal with this. So, we gotta talk about how Hermes lost his staff.
I love the boxes inside the truck. Very, very good. They are sitting upon toxic serpents this end up. But also within the truck that we've chosen not to use are explosives, do not sit on, and Drakon eggs, do not store near explosives. I love unethical shipping practices.
That would be Hermes for you.
Someone regulate this man.
More importantly than the staff getting stolen, George and Martha have been stolen.
Exactly. My beloveds.
Our favorites. Honorable mention to our beloved Sam, who's missing this George and Martha content. We're so sad you couldn't be here. I was gonna get people on for the Percebeth content, and then I was like, shit, George and Martha, I should have asked Sam. Anyway, so Hermes was shipping some doormats to Janice. I fucking love that. Like, who needs doormats more than the god of doorways?
Delightful, delightful. Also, there is a reference to the fucked up Caduceus and the staff of Asclepius, thank you. Yeah, like, Rick actually acknowledges that and then is like, but don't worry about it. And I love to see it.
Yeah, because, like, it's weird how sometimes on medical shit it's the Hermes staff and sometimes it's the Asclepius staff. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to really depend. I don't know who decided this.
We talked about this because it's like a whole thing where, like, they were just like, this staff looks better, and started using the Caduceus.
Yeah, it does look better because it's got wings and it's got 2 snakes instead of just one snake on a staff.
I mean, yeah, it's just a more popular staff. I don't know what to tell you, Asclepius.
Hermes is cooler. Sorry. Hermes is the most marketable god, okay? And he's also the god of marketing.
Got him. That's a good one.
So, we know who took the staff already. We know who it was. They stole it when Hermes was delivering to Janice. And it was clearly Caucus. Percy's like, yeah, good old Caucus. I should have known that it was him.
But I love that Percy still refuses to read a mythology book. I mean, he is dyslexic. So, like, I understand him.
The sass. Beautiful. Okay, so he's a small giant, only 10 feet tall, stole Apollo's cattle once, just like Hermes did.
And Hermes is like, I did it better.
Yeah. Now he's in Manhattan, underground. He likes underground.
I can't believe Caucus got caught on camera. Sounds like a shitty thief to me, personally. But anyways.
Maybe he hasn't caught up with the times. Maybe he didn't know that there were cameras everywhere.
He should know that shit. Sorry.
Old guys. You don't know. Anyway, the God of These was stolen from. Can you believe that someone stole from Lin-Manuel Miranda, just like Annabeth did in the TV show? Except Lynn knew she was stealing.
Right.
He let her.
And this Hermes is just like, my god, if anyone finds out about this, I'll be ruined for years. Please, Percy, you have to help me.
Yeah. Also, I did not know that laughing stock was just one word. This is news to Charlie. Learning this today.
I love compound words. I think more words should be compound words, TBH.
Yeah, correct. All right. So, the Caduceus is like everything to Hermes. It's his signature pad, GPS, phone, parking permit, iPod shuffle. Like, it's everything. It's everything to him.
It's like a smartphone, but in the early 2000s.
It's a smartphone, but it also has snakes on it. So, like, it's more important.
Delightful snakes with sparkling personalities.
Absolutely. You need to feed them some rats, please.
I'm so glad that in this short story they finally get fed some rats. They've deserved it all along, but especially after all this.
So, yeah, here's the, like, turn people to stone. Don't be like Battis. Keep my secret. Percy keeps the secret. Spoilers.
I mean, I'm glad, because it would be kind of hard to continue the series if Percy got turned to stone here.
Plot twist, Percy got turned to stone in a short story that, like, nobody read, and that's why he's clearly not in any other series after this. That'd be so funny. So he's like, Hermes, what's in it for me? Can you do a thing? You're the god of travel. Can you do this thing? Cool, thanks. We gotta get it back. He goes to Annabeth. We got to get George and Martha because they're important. Okay, they're my little buddies. We gotta save them. Percy doesn't even care about Hermes. I mean, he's okay, but like George and Martha, important. So Annabeth still has the shield. Remember? Yeah,
the fun fancy shield. She's not gonna have it after this short story though. So
yeah, I forgot that the shield got like fully crushed in this story. Good to know. Good to know.
So much for that magic item.
Yeah. We get the show. We get the fun joke of Sea Caucus, New Jersey. Ha 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 ha.
Lots of Jersey dunking. It's a New York pastime.
Absolutely. And then we find out where the fire-breathing giant Caucus is. He's in the meatpacking district, which is something I did not know was a thing.
Yeah, no, me neither, but, you know, you gotta have districts for everything, I guess.
Why is that the name? Someone explain this to me.
You pack meat there. They got meats.
That's it. That's all? I'm
assuming. Like, so they're saying in our story here that it's, like, jumping now. Like, there's, like, all kinds of shit going on in the meatpacking districts. So I'm presuming that, like, historically, there was meatpacking going on there. And then, like,
slaughterhouses, packing plants, and lamp oil factories. That's what what was there. Okay, interesting.
And you know, everybody's going down there for meatpacking, so you might as well start selling some other stuff too, and then like, you know, one thing leads to another.
It's just funny. I don't understand.
So just like the fucking one with Grover, was that the singer of Apollo? Yes. So just like that, this is another very New York story, which I am delighted by. I love to see it.
Hey, did you learn the song?
No, I never did listen to the song. I forgot.
Cancelled. That's what you are.
Sorry, I also have ADHD and forget everything.
Did you forget our anniversary?
Yes, I have no idea when we started podcasting together.
Do you remember when we first became friends, at least?
If I thought about it, I probably would figure it out.
My brain has to remember which month it was. It was either June or July.
Okay, was when
it? We had our first group chat.
We had a group chat on Twitter.
and then we were just like, wow, guys, we need to move to Discord. We need to be more sophisticated.
And the rest is history.
Yep, that's it. Venom stans are us.
Time to rewatch Venom.
I feel like that needs to be one of the things we do, is like the four of us need to just watch Venom together.
On our anniversary. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so, The guy, he's in the construction thing. There's a hole in the ground. There's steam coming from it. Nobody knows what the fuck's happening, but there's a fire.
Yeah,
steam.
Presumably they dug a hole and then a giant moved into the hole and breathed fire at them, and they were like, "Damn, some shit exploded. We have to leave."
That's it. So we get there, and Annabeth's big plan. We climb down. We find the giant. We get the Caduceus. It's a wise and strategic plan.
That's such a good line to me. Like, I worry about, like, the writing on straight romances, because, like, sometimes people, like, lose their character once they, like, get in relationships. I enjoy still seeing Percy and Annabeth, like, banter and be sarcastic at each other. It's good.
I mean, that's always been their romance, is the thing. That's why.
Mm-hmm,
That's why they're perfect together.
Sometimes people mess it up, though. As soon as people get together, they, like, can't write them anymore. So, I'm just glad.
They can be nicer to each other once in a while, but they can also be mean to each other. That's just how Rick writes romance.
Yeah, they love each other very much, and they're also sarcastic little shits, and it's good.
Alright, so we go down a ladder forever, like literally forever, and then guess what? There's a lot of shit down here. It's dark. There's busted water pipes and sewer lines and water like everywhere, and bulldozer.
Yeah,
it's like really broken.
I kept thinking that the broken bulldozer was gonna, like, play in somehow, and it doesn't really. No. I was like, why is that here? Why is that part of your set piece, Rick?
Like, we even talked about the bulldozer, and I'm like, okay, is it gonna come back? No? Okay.
No, it just gets turned to stone later, so, like, whatever. There's also a bunch of cow carcasses that are, like, rotting and have flies all over them.
Yeah, this guy likes cows, okay?
Yeah, he just really likes cows.
He packs the meat, doesn't he?
Uh-huh. Packs it away. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
At least he roasts it first.
So, they're here, and then we hear breakfast in the distance. Shit. He want to eat them. And, okay, am I allowed to be offended by...
Yeah, why are you offended by?
He's the ginger giant. Like, I'm offended.
Do you want to be the ginger giant?
No! I'm just offended because this is my representation besides Rachel. Like, this is the other ginger in the series, is like curly orange hair, he's wearing Valentine patterned boxer shorts. Like, this is it. This is what is happening here? Like, what is this costume, Rick Riordan?
He was sleeping, he got up, he put on his house coat, and he came out to eat his breakfast. He didn't even know there were demigods visiting. He's honestly very polite for a horrifying monster. Like, he doesn't even go straight for the kill. Like, he's like, would you like to sample my wares? Like, holding out his coat. Deeply funny to me that in his house coat, he has, like, shitty watches, just like the trench coat guys in your stereotypical New York shit. But no one's supposed to see you in that, and so it's just so funny to me.
He's always gotta be like that guy. He is a snake oil salesman.
He's always prepared for people to break into his house so he can sell them shitty watches.
Yeah, but he also doesn't appreciate people sneaking about in his place, so, I don't know. He's got so many knockoffs, like, all of the knockoffs. I just want to know, Hephaestus, who did you fuck to get this child, specifically?
Sometimes you just have a bad egg.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, like, it doesn't say it here, but I really do feel like he is rebelling against Hephaestus. He's like, I'm not gonna make anything good. Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, he's just gonna make knockoffs and then sell them cheaply. Okay, so he's getting bored of our demigods who are trying to, like, talk his ear off so they don't get eaten. He's like, I want to eat you.
He's gonna put him in some tortillas and make huevos semidios, which I don't know if that's offensive, but I do think that that's a funny joke, because I'm like, oh, semidios? I know just enough Spanish to get that.
Yeah, that does in fact mean demigod. Yeah.
So, I mean...
I got that, and I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know if it's offensive to an actual Spanish speaker, but for my stupid white ass, it works.
Yeah. I have no idea. Well, they're like, hey, we want Hermes staff. Do you have it? And then he thinks that they are Hermes children.
And Annabeth is like, oh, fuck you. And fuck Hermes.
She's like, I'm offended. Percy's like, this is who we are. We've, killed a lot of, like, monsters and titans. The gods, respect us. So, like, give us the thing that you stole. Mm-hmm. We're not afraid of you. Come on. Percy's trying to do his thing.
Yeah, he's like, surely he must have heard of me because I did, like, all that shit, and he does not care.
Yeah, and then we're like, yeah, the only demigod who ever defeated me was Hercules. Great joke here. Hercules had a great publicist.
Very good.
Yep. And Cacus is like, I was the terror of Italy. I stole many cows. Like, this is the most important thing. It's all about the cows. Seriously. Him and his fucking cows.
I mean, he's not wrong. He is legendary for stealing some cows, so...
He is. And hey, look, he pulls out the staff. He has some plans for it. George and Martha are so happy to see Percy. They're like, hey, do you have some rats?
George has a one-track mind.
He's hungry. He's a hungry boy. Okay? And then Martha's just like, help. We're trapped. Like, save us, please?
And Percy's on it. Hey, can Annabeth hear George and Martha, or are they just talking to Percy because they like him?
Yeah, I'm very confused on this, because you would think that Percy wouldn't be able to hear snakes, because he's not Harry Potter. So...
Right, we have an explanation for the horse thing. Snakes are not included in his whole deal. I'm assuming that it's just that George and Martha speak to him telepathically because they love him.
Yeah, because they've talked to him ever since he first met them in Sea of Monsters. Does Annabeth hear them?
I can't tell.
I can't remember.
Because she does seem to, like, know what's going on the whole time. Like, even with the staff. So, like, it almost implies to me, but she never, like, talks back to them or anything. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe not, and she's just smart and, like, keeping up with everything without, but...
Yeah. Well, we figure out that Cacus can't use the staff because it'll only work for Hermes, but he's like, I'm gonna force these snakes to work for me! And this is when he learns about the turning people to stone thing, or turning cows to stone thing.
His whole rack of cows, very sad. Wasting food.
Yeah, what a waste, dude. And soon he will be as powerful as Hermes.
And become the Lord of Traveling Salesmen. And Percy says that is truly evil. And he's like, thank you.
We found the most evil character of them all. The guy who wants to kill us with Groupons. But also, like, guys, you should take those Groupons. Like, come on. Okay, so he's threatening the snakes by breathing fire. And George is like, oh no, we're cold-blooded! No fire! We don't like that!
My poor babies.
Yeah. Also, we figure out that stealing the staff wasn't even Cacus's idea. Don't know what that is. Don't know
it's the
what's going on there.
bit of chaos my friends have planned. And they're like, your friends? Yep. Who? This does not come up again. We have no idea.
No idea. But hey, look, the communication lines are going to be disrupted, so that can't be good for claiming demigods, I guess? I don't know. What happens if they break that promise on the River Styx? That's I don't know.
10 years of isolation. I mean, that's what should happen. So.
That's what should happen. But does it? I don't know.
We'll find out. Maybe.
Yep. So they're gonna go and fight the big guy with the staff who can maybe turn them to stone. Yay! This is fine.
It's quite the active fight scene.
Yeah, Percy nearly burns up, but, like, he's fine. It's okay. His clothes are just a little singed.
Annabeth gets his ankle, and Percy gets the other leg, and he does not go down, which is really unfortunate. She gets behind his knee. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you gotta get the nice soft and fleshy parts.
Not soft and fleshy enough, I guess.
Nope. And then, okay, the Caduceus keeps changing form, and at one point it becomes a cell phone, and it rings to the tune of the Macarena, which, Martha is like, oh, we danced this at our wedding.
When did they get married? It had to have been recently then, huh?
How do snakes dance the Macarena?
Oh, shit!
They don't have any arms!
There are layers to that joke, huh?
Yeah. God damn it, Rick. Sometimes you really get me. Yeah. Also, Annabeth, smacks Caucus on the ass.
With her shield?
With the shield?
Yeah, just spanking the man. Girl!
And the fact that Percy's just like, yeah, I went to, a lot of terrible schools where they did that, and I'm just like, Sally? You sent your son
to a military
schools?
school with corporal punishment?
Sally, how dare you? I mean, maybe she was just like, I just need to get him to a school. This is one
any school.
in my price range. So...
Well, and Percy wouldn't tell his mom about corporal punishment.
Maybe Gabe forced her into it.
Could be. Yeah, that seems like something that would happen. Gabe being like, send that boy to military school, there's something wrong with him.
And then he went to, Yancey?
Damn.
He must have been so young. Okay, I'm scared. So, what the fuck is happening? This is just, so much action at once.
He destroys the cool seeing shield. Goodbye, we'll miss you.
Yeah, no more shields.
And
oh yeah,
Percy,
there's water.
Yeah,
Percy
he remembered that he's
water.
the son of the sea god.
The son of Poseidon. Alright, well, what does Percy do? He floods the place and gets them the fuck away from this fire-breathing giant. He swims upstream with Annabeth.
In the sewage. Great.
In the sewage. Lovely, beautiful.
Great anniversary date. New York sewage.
Right. They're in the New York sewers and you didn't mention anything?
Oh, my sweet boys! 'Cause I was like, hey, where's Spiderman with all this property damage happening? But you're right. The TMNT should be down here being like, hey, what the fuck? You're selling shitty watches in my sewers?
You know what one of Hermes' symbols is, right? I mean, it's not a turtle, it's a tortoise, but still.
Close enough.
Close enough. Come on. Yeah, where are the boys when you need them?
That is a team up I want to see.
Absolutely. Percy, Annabeth, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Every mythology is true in Percy Jackson universe. They can be Kappa. They get mistaken for those sometimes when they go to ancient Japan.
They can be what?
Kappa. They're like funky turtle spirits. Kappa.
Oh, hello?
Yeah,
Very cool.
I'm just trying to fit them into my Percy Jackson world.
No, that totally works. That works to me. I think This makes sense.
Yeah, Japanese turtle spirits who live in New York and eat pizza now.
Yeah, obviously. Totally makes sense.
Absolutely. That would fit perfectly into Rick Riordan universe, TBH.
Listen, what you do is you make it a reference. You're just there's 4 of these teenage turtle spirits living in the sewers. Don't worry about it. Maybe they're ninjas. They're just not mutants, I guess. They're just spirits, okay?
Yeah.
Teenage Spirit Ninja Turtles.
God damn it. Okay, moving on.
It works! Anyway, okay. Yeah, so we get the fuck away, but then Annabeth's like, we didn't get the staff, though. You saved us, but we didn't get the thing that we needed.
Yeah, remember that? And Percy's like, maybe he drowned. That'd be so convenient. And then lasers.
And then, this was referenced, once before, in one of the books.
I love that Percy doesn't explain the reference. He's just like, oh, he activated laser mode. Shit.
So, Percy's like, well, I guess the meatpacking district is now just a packing district because so many people had to leave.
So you're all gonna be moving away. That's the funniest fucking line in this whole story. I love that shit.
There's a few good lines in this story.
There are. Yeah, this is the point where there's just lasers blasting all over the street, and I'm like, Spider-Man should be here.
Yeah, and Spider-Man isn't here because he's like, this is enough property damage. I can't cause any more. So, Okay, but we don't know what people are even seeing through the mist at this point. There's so much shit happening!
Yeah, I really hope nobody was in that building that got completely demolished. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
But they head over to the park by the Hudson River, the High Line. That's what it's called. Okay. See, I don't know New York locations. I'm sorry, everyone who lives there. I'm sure you know what the High Line is.
We do not. And then I love this. Percy's just like, I wish we had a childhood Demeter here. They could entangle the giant vines or turn flowers into ninja throwing stars.
I've never seen one do that, but like, it'd be cool.
Also, hey, look, we just talked about Ninja Turtles. Here's your ninja.
Hell yeah.
Reference. Rick made this for you. He was like Ninja Turtles, but like no turtles.
Close enough.
Anyway, Percy is like super in love with Annabeth because he's like, wow, she's so hot. Wait, I'm distracted.
She's so hot while she's fighting for her life.
She's so pretty in battle. Like, I get it, man. Okay.
So she's like, I want to get in that crane that is over there at the street level. And he's like, you sure about that? I don't know about all that. And she's like, I got it. I love operating heavy machinery.
She's great at grab her arm games. Okay, now we need another crossover here, and it's like Annabeth and then the aliens from Toy Story, who are just like the claw, and she's getting them out of the pizza planet.
Every single one. They're coming home with her.
She got all of them in one go. She's just
How?
Good. She's just that good, okay? Also, she's supervised bigger equipment on Mount Olympus. I have questions. Also, I want to know what stuffed animals she's been getting for Percy, because like you gotta, like, you give them to the significant other, right? That's how it goes. You do. Is you win it for the other one. So she's giving him all the stuff, right?
Some horses. You gotta do horses.
With stuffies. I'm in love. I love it so much. Yeah. Okay. So she's gonna operate some heavy machinery. Caucus is like, death! In the background. And Percy has to go grab the caduceus while he's distracted. Can we do this? While we have a bazooka?
Another very good joke here. Caucus growls, any last words? And Percy says, help, yikes, ouch. How are those? Oh, and Hermes is a way better salesman than you? God damn, Percy! Roast his ass!
See, this is why Spider-Man can't be here, because, like, Percy's sass is all the way up.
The quip-off, yeah. It can't be allowed to happen.
Percy versus Spider-Man, the quip-off.
There's got to be crossover fanfiction. There must be.
There absolutely has to be, because Annabeth would be scared of him, right?
Oh shit! Oh my god! It writes itself!
It's amazing. Good shit. Alright, so Annabeth's trying to get the crane working.
And George and Martha switch out of laser mode, thankfully.
Because they don't want to hurt Percy!
He's their best friend!
Instead, there's a paper receipt that comes out.
And then the crane is in the right position and she gets him.
She just gets him.
Knocks him the fuck out. Love that.
And the fact that Percy's like, I have a secret weapon. Her name is Annabeth. She's one of a kind.
Amazing. Delightful.
God, they're so cute. I can't even. So she grabs him, Percy grabs the staff, and yay, we're going into laser mode once more. But this time Percy's doing it.
Percy says pull to get them to shoot, because Annabeth launches this man into the sky. Love that. Very funny.
And he just murders this giant with lasers.
As you do.
That's amazing. And then he's like, I'm gonna get them rats because, like, they deserve it. They're my buddies.
So instead of taking a detour for rats, we just take the subway, and there's plenty on there, so we got it taken care of. They
fixed the rat problem on the subway. As long as they didn't eat Master Splinter, we're okay.
God. Oh my god. we can never let them meet, actually.
Yeah, so we're meeting Hermes by the Atlas statue at Rockefeller Center.
Which doesn't look anything like the real Atlas.
Exactly, because Percy's met him, of course. Yeah, and Percy tells Hermes about, like, what happened, and Hermes is not gonna tell them anything about, like, the possible enemies that plotted this.
Yeah,
You know?
there's implications of a larger plot, and like apparently like Zeus is like saying some shit, and none of this gets explained.
Whenever a description says their face darkened, my brain just goes to like the anime like face like the shadow completely over their face. I'm just like, oh, darkened face. That's it. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it does have like the same like implications of like suddenly serious. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, and Zeus has also been threatening something. I don't know what that means, but
yes, you do. Don't fucking lie to our listeners.
They have a reward coming. That's all that matters. Percy and Annabeth get to go somewhere for their 1-month anniversary.
Percy gets to be a funny little guy and be like, "Surely you didn't forget, Annabeth, beloved." And she's like, "I'm on to you."
And then Percy, like, outdid himself by getting this favor, because they're in Paris. They can see the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Yeah, Percy's in a suit, Annabeth's in a pretty green dress. He's eating Coke like a heathen.
You can get Coke at a fancy restaurant if you're too young for wine. I think that's valid of him.
Yeah. And Annabeth, once again, gets sparkling water.
Girl, who drinks sparkling water? I'm sorry, I can't.
Rick was just like, I need a fancy girl drink. Like, that's not soda.
Or alcoholic, because they're 16.
Yeah. Well, they're super happy, and they have until midnight to hang out in Paris.
And they have a credit card from Hermes, so like, fuck yeah.
Go shopping! Buy so many things, guys!
So
good
like,
shit.
Sewage, New York sewage getting all over you versus Paris dinner date with unlimited money. Like, I feel like it does kind of even out to a pretty good anniversary. And Annabeth tells him start planning for the 2-month anniversary. And I say, girl, it's your turn. You do the next one.
Yeah, every other, right?
Yeah. But Percy is just excited that she's still planning to be with him in another month. So good for him.
Well, that was the story. We did it, my dude.
We did it.
We talked about it, and we covered it. How do we feel about Staff of Hermes?
I liked it. It's a transitionary piece, like an actual one for the next shit that Rick's gonna write.
I mean, I think he'd already written the first book, maybe the first 2 books at this point.
Really?
So it's like,
that's interesting.
Because I think they were already out. Let me look up. Okay, Demigod Diaries, because it's still in the Demigod Diaries book. When did that come out? 2012, and how many Heroes of Olympus books came out at that point? At least the first one, if not the first 2, I think. Give me the dates! God.
Lost Hero came out in 2010, so...
2010, 2011, Mark of Athena is 2012, so...
Oh, wait. Or not? Now I'm confused.
Okay, yeah, no, the first 2 books had come out at that point. And then the 3rd book was gonna come out.
Huh, interesting.
Later that year. So, there you go.
Is there Heroes of Olympus content in Demigod Diaries?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
There's one story that we cannot read because it has characters that we do not know.
Huh.
And we will cover it when we do Heroes of Olympus.
We'll get there when we get there. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then there's also, just like the Demigod Files book, it has like some other
yes, there is a
there.
George and Martha interview, which I didn't get to because I was reading too late. It's just like 3 pages, so
okay. Do we need to plug media?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Because I fucking got the Hades 2 early access, bitch.
Bro, just I want you to tell me all the things. Like, I'm gonna wait until the full thing is out.
Okay.
To get it.
I was considering that because I like playing it on my Switch, but I just fucking plugged a Switch controller into my computer and it's fine. It will only open if I open Steam as an administrator. It's fine. So the magic system is really interesting. It does add like another level to doing the combat because it still has like your dash and your special, but now the dash also has a sprint. If you just hold down the button, you run faster. So instead of like mashing the dash button constantly, you're encouraged to like press it once to dodge something and then hold, which is different. You're encouraged to press and hold everything because that is how you activate your magic spells, which use up your mana and let you do like more powerful attacks. Apollo is there.
I know Apollo's there.
I know you're waiting for him.
I love.
Hestia is there. You get fire powers from her.
I do know some of the gods that are there. There's Hestia. There's also Hephaestus. There's Hera.
I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen her yet. Because I just started last night. So.
There's another character from the original game that got a redesign, apparently.
Everybody has redesigns.
But like a redesign that I was not expecting.
Oh, okay. Well, in your camp, Nemesis and Odysseus are there as like your cool buddies you hang out with. I'm insane. I love Odysseus so much. I kiss him. Okay. Question. I mean, this is gonna be spoilers, but like, are they just like your buddies? Are they your trainers? Are they your love interests? What's the relationship here? I don't know where we're going with anything yet, but they both seem to be like your like Achilles stand-in or like people who you like hang out with.
But I'm like, Nemesis? What's going on with that then?
The vibe of this game is very different from the original Hades because the original Hades is like you are hanging out in your house and you're trying to escape, and it's very like small scale like shit. This one, like your
very
family has been taken away from you by the Titan Kronos, and you're like very upset, and so your camp here is like the resistance against Kronos. And so Nemesis is here because, like, she wants revenge against this shitty Titan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Damn. And then your mentor is Hecate. We love that, like, so fucking much.
Hecate is the first boss fight, because she's, like, making sure that you're good enough to go on. I've only beaten her once, and then you go into an entirely new area. You get into Oceanus is the second area, so it's, like, water-themed.
I'm excited, man. I'm waiting because, like, I want to play it on Steam.
I wanted to wait, and I was like, I should just wait, but I was like, I can't, and if I try to wait, then I'll just end up watching it on YouTube, and that's not the intended experience, so I'm just gonna buy it. I'm too excited. All right, do you have a plug? Now that I've spoiled Hades 2 for everyone.
I don't know. I don't know if I can follow that up. Can my plug just be like vicariously living through your friends playing video games that you really want to play?
Yeah, if you want me to stream Hades 2 for you sometime, I'll try to make that work.
Do it! You'll stream that. I'll stream Baldur's Gate for you. Like,
hell yeah. The vibes. Excellent.
This is our mutually beneficial relationship right here.
Yeah. So the other plug is for your local library. Make sure you support them. Hell yeah.
Love that.
Releases from this mortal coil.
I certainly will. You know what? Get out of my fucking cabin. We're gonna go down to, like, the New York sewers. Maybe there's turtles there. Maybe there's a fire-breathing giant. I don't know.
Maybe there's a gator. We'll find out.
We shall find out because, like, Percy and Annabeth kicked me out of their date. I can't third wheel anymore. They won't let me just, like, watch them and how cute they are.
That's kind of sus, dude.
I just want to be like, wow, you guys are so cute. Actually.
Yeah. Bye.
I just want to third wheel them. Okay, leave me alone. Bye for bye. Hello, it is Charlie and Ray from the future.
Hi, yes, it's us.
we thought we were gonna be recording a couple more things for this season, but, like, one of the short stories had spoilers in it. So
this is the last actual story that we are covering. This is the last PGO media for the season. We are going to be doing a little album next So look forward to that.
A bonus thing that's for us and us alone.
For me. You know what it is.
It's for me too. Okay? I get to explain so much. I'm gonna have so much fun with you.
Should we say that so people can get prepared?
Yeah,
I feel like we have talked about it before.
We're gonna do High Noon over Camelot, the
Mechanisms album.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll be back late July, early August for Kane Chronicles.
Yay! I'm literally so excited.
Egypt, here we come!
So yeah, we're leaving you after this. Goodbye, everyone. We'll miss you.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my cabin.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end. Also, my cat's trying to escape, sir. A special thank you to all of our patrons, especially Matt, who supports us at the God Complex tier. You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr, and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send us an iris message through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Ray, at HeyHeyRay, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
And you can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mac. That's M-A-C-K. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Oldest Gods is proud to be part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Content and Capable that follows Sam as he tries to figure out what it truly means to adults.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday. What are we on about? I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. I'm also sleepy.
I love podcasting.
Yeah, listen, I was up till after midnight. It's okay. It's fine. We're gonna make it through this.
Deus Ex Media.